Welcome back to another episode of The Maturity Project. I'm your host, Chad Everett Broshears. Quick conversation for today, and that is about that character merit that you see with people that have this higher degree of nobility, or you know something, where you're like, wow, that's admirable. That person really does seem to be somebody who truly stands out. And what it is a lot of us, we don't pay attention to, and when I say a lot of us, I mean, hell, even I've done this in my life, don't really pay attention to the the process of what it takes to get there. In my younger years, I've always been very inquisitive, so I'm not saying that I'm not that way and haven't thought that way, but there was definitely times it's just I was kind of busy or whatever, and I just assumed, the person that has achieved something, I looked at the outcome and I didn't pay as much attention to the challenges and tribulations that they've actually gone through that would give, the character that I'm witnessing. And character is a lot like going to the gym and exercising. You have to take on the challenges that come along and stand true to who yourself, to who you are, and deal with those challenges, and you can move on. From there, you continue to strengthen your character, the merit of your character. Oh, small things. So the basis of this video is the simple: make the little decisions, because even grains of sand turn into mountains. Really, I mean, yes, it's not sand and mountains. There's a lot of other things. Whatever. Let's just not get caught up in the semantics of it. But you can turn a piece of sand into um, well, collect a bunch of pieces of sand. Jesus Christ, I've got to get this thing out of me here. This analogy. Yeah. Oh, yes. You can just you can make a beach out of a bunch of sand. You can do a lot of stuff with it. And also, cool stuff you can do with it. You make glass with sand. So, anyway, just it's the little things that add up. The good thing about this is, and really just for a second on this video, is I'm really my goal is to truly be as authentic and transparent as I possibly can. Because turning on the camera, it's always really easy to try to present the resume version of yourself, right? The guy you want to, or the girl you want to be, that shows up at the interview and tells everybody how amazing you are and how you've got like some sort of special attributes that should be cherished or valued. And it's really easy to try to fall into that, or to figure out how to come across being more and more professional. I've been guilty of it, masking myself in order to be accepted by others and all the rest of that stuff. At 45, it's the experience in life that tells you that the best way to be is just to be sincere, just to be authentic. So, what it took to get here, there's a lot of little granulars of sand that built up over the years. Why do I prefer honesty over lying? Why do I prefer clarity over confusion? It's you just get these lessons along the way. And you get the small ones in interacting with people, where you have people that are slightly turned off towards you or turned on towards you based off of your behavior. And those would be kind of like a microscopic thing, where you're kind of like, you just notice that maybe that's not the way that you just behaved, or what you just said, or what you just did may not be fully accepted. So therefore, maybe you should back off a little bit, change your behavior a little. And you build up those little moments, and it says something about you as a person. It builds your character. By the way, the desirable, big, awesome character, the one that most people are after, and that's what they want, um, that's not the defining fact. That's not the definition for character. That is just what we like and pursue, the same as we'd rather have a lot of money in our bank account instead of none. So with this, your character, if you're known to lie, your character teaches people that you will lie. It's the same thing as trust. And I'll give this as a little bonus for this video. My working definition for trust is your ability to predict an outcome, so you know how to allocate your resources. Excuse me. Based on, it actually does not have to be based on a person. Some people are like, well, yeah, it's trust, that's it. It's somebody else's behavior. Well, what about your own ability to do something? Do you trust that you can do it? Well, that's a whole that is in in that the vein of trust. So it's just to expand your mind a little bit more. That's what this channel is about, is we want to expand your mind a bit more, but we also want to frame things inside of the 8 areas of maturity, or bring it all to that. So the little attributes, the little bitty things, that the traits that you add up from the decisions that you make. If you decide that whenever a moment is in confrontation where you have to tell the truth or lie, if you choose to tell the truth and you stand against the discomfort of the reality of how that person will receive the truth at the short term and long term, most time we only care about the short term. I just don't want you to reject me right now in my face. Yeah, I don't want to see the rejection. The long term is, if you don't see a whole lot, maybe, hopefully this doesn't bother that person that much, but I'll take the first indicators that it probably doesn't, since they didn't bring it up, or show me that it was bothersome. Short and long term. There's a longer term thing or whatever as well, but anyway, that's the general gist of it. So, trust is, it's significantly beneficial. Now, if I know you to not tell me the truth, then I trust that you won't always tell me the truth. Well, with that, it doesn't mean I banish you. You're banished to a whole world away from me and you can never speak to me again. It doesn't necessarily mean that. It just means that I pull back my resources so that what I allow to for you, as far as my resources go, that could be my time, it could be my attention, it could be my suggestions and brain, experience, brain power, labor, if I'm going to help physically do things, whatever, it's, your skills, money, community, and who you're willing to introduce them to, if you'll vouch for them, things like that, or what you will tell other people about them. All of those things fall into a resource value. And you just allocate your resources as best you can based off of the way you can assess their behavior. So you have a predictability about how they will be. They may talk about you behind your back. Well, if you know that, you don't necessarily exile them from your life as much as it is just you learn how to deal with them. What if they're somebody in a group you can't get rid of, right? Like maybe it's a work companion or a family member or whatever. You just, it's not really quarantining, but you can use that, because I do refer to quarantining often, and you can say that, what the hell. But it is that it gives you workability. You don't completely take that person's entire workability out of your life. For me, hell, I even like to keep people that are untrustworthy to a high degree within somewhere on the radar for me, because I already know them well enough that I can identify factors, and I've got my lessons from them. By the way, I'm always one to help try to support their growth and development, but they have to actually climb the rope. I just throw it out there, and then if they want to climb it, climbing it is a process of actions and progress. You have to prove that before you get to access the credit line I gave you before you violated it. So, but yeah, you just keep them around so you can keep you are able to develop defenses against people that have that dishonesty, and you get to have regular exposure to dishonesty, or whatever it is that you reason for putting them somewhere far off of the main circle, but yet they're still somewhere on your radar. It gives you a lot of benefit. It just doesn't mean open up the way you were prior. It's like red flags, right? I've talked about that in previous videos, and exactly what do you do with those things. There's plenty of people like, I just run to red flags. Well, if you stop denying the lesson, you're probably not going to run to them anymore, but you may put them in a specific place. It's just a lot of things you can do with it. Go through all 8 areas, and I can give you a lot of examples, but I don't want to make a long video today. So, all right. Well, that's pretty much what I got for today's conversation. Little actions create a massive benefit. It's just little bits. Every single person that has ever gotten to high levels of physical excellence, that's conditioning for the gym or whatever, they started off very similar to everyone else. Now, some of them, they have the genetic abilities. Michael Jordan will tell you it's not just about the genetics. It's about how hard you can work, right? Talent will never beat hard work if hard work is not part of what talent has going. So hard work will beat talent all the time if it's just between the two of them. But if you have hard work and talent, whoo, baby, man, you're practically, you'll be unstoppable once you hone that, that massive value. So anyway, all right, that's it for today. Little decisions, like, make big opportunities, but when those big opportunities come along, you better have the character to keep you there. So, and that's why you don't want to avoid the lessons that are showing up. So, all right, that's it for today. I am your host, Chad Everett Brochures. This is the Maturity Project. So thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, you know all the stuff. Everybody says it at the end of their videos. Like it, so helping me with the algorithm. Put a comment in the comment section. Let the community know that you're here, as well as I'd love to hear from you guys. I do because, look, I talk into a camera. Getting a pulse of what's going on and how you guys are receiving me is wonderful for me. It's incredibly beneficial. Now, if you do like this and you want more content, I'm going to put some similar videos in this at the end here. You'll probably pop up right over here at the top left of the screen. I'm sorry, top right of the screen. Click that and you'll have some video options to watch. All right? Well, until next time, the path to hell is paved with good intentions. We got enough people that have made plenty of pathways to there. Let's outgrow it. Let's outmature it. We can do something with this. We grow through what we go through. Yesterday's mistakes turn into tomorrow's fruitful soil. So we can create whatever we want. Let's not deny our lessons, okay? All right. Let's get up to something. Let's get up to it together, all right? Let's get to changing this world. All right. Let's work on it. Have a great time.